Upcoming years. Oh, I don't need your pity. Don't check on me. Oh, don't check on me. If we're not together, and it's probably for a reason. Every heartbreak has its season. Waiting for you. I ain't call you back 'cause I let it go. I had to focus energy and just let it flow. And when we ride out, we're already gone. We wouldn't mean anymore to me now. I know I hurt you so bad just to see me happy. That I finally moved on and you thought it wouldn't happen. At times I used to cry when the world was laughing, but I act like I didn't notice. Don't go reaching out, 'cause you can't have everything. You can't come flame with gasoline. Even if it feels like it every time. Don't check on me if we're not together, and it's probably for a reason. Every heartbreak has its season. It ain't always summer in June. Don't check on me if we're not together. Hey. Trips that you plan for the next whole week. It's too long for a nigga so cheap. Being flex OD and sex OD. You got it, girl, you got it. Hey. You got it, girl, you got it. Yeah. Pretty little thing, you got a bang and now you ballin'. You just took it off the line, no mileage. Waiting, hitting you the DM looking violent. Talking while you come around and now they silent.
Tipped around by the Lakers, and we're underway in downtown Los Angeles. Gets a shot up off the mark.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Kuzma to James. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas, or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Can't do that.
And you can't lunge like that.
To Jaylen Brown. 5 seconds to shoot. And that's rebounded by Noel. To James. Has a look. LeBron, not that time.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration pool.
Knocks it down from mid-range. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
If LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A., that means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities.
Stuffs it down with authority. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Los Angeles has the basketball. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
To Jaylen Brown. Baseline drive to Hayward. Here comes the screen. Hayward to Horford. Nerlens Noel sends it away. Tatum. Jason Tatum is going to get 3 shots here for his career, 82%. First try, no good. And he misses the second. And he converts from the line. Lakers at the controls right now. James gets it in the left corner. Oh, had him going there for a second. Runner's good there.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Marcus Smart. Horford. Shot from in close, no good. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
To Jaylen Brown. Oh, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
LeBron into the front court. Leads 5. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
LeBron James at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 73%. First one, counted. Goes 2 for 2. That's going to be out of bounds. To Collison. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Boston with the basketball. Hayward. Here comes the screen. To Hayward. To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Old school equals high percentage.
LeBron with it up top. His team up by 7. Screen coming. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
right down Broadway, 4-2.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Spins and scores.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Into the front court comes Collison. 9-point margin. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen. Baseline drive. JaVale McGee pins it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
And throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Teacher of the Year. The winner will receive courtside seats and a halftime presentation in his or her honor. Nominations can be submitted on our team website.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. To Collison. JaVale McGee swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
A pass taken away by the Celtics. JaVale McGee able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Collison to Horford. Kicks it around the perimeter. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Collison's shot won't fall.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Celtics have it. To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. 2 of 4 now.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
And he missed the free throw. Collison into the front court. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. To Horford. You've got to get that one to go. To Josh Hart. McGee powers it through.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
Celtics have it. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That does it for the period with the Lakers in command. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Everyone gets free pizza.
To Thomas. Short jumper misses. To Wade. Down low, Noel. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Baseline drive. The screen sets him up for 2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Lakers ball. The drive, right to the basket. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. you essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Another follow, still no good. Another follow, stays out.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Dwayne Wade throws it down. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because they're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Nothing new under the sun. Nobody fucking with sun. I got a couple of sons, a couple of guns, a couple of niggas that bust up.
Nerlens Noel with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Here comes the screen. To Thomas. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't go down.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Here comes the screen. Slams it down. Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Diamonds on all of my teeth, now they probably think I ain't intelligent. In the homicide unit interrogation, that's the questions, you know I ain't telling shit. Bitches tell me a job all American. I'm at the top of my class with my 11. I remember back in college, bitches knocking on my dorm door. I ain't never let them in. Like you know the best capital, I hit a few ain't no job. I'm selling gas like a Jigaloo. I had to be used to be wild, but I'm running fast. I hear her from back like 22. No back and forth, if you can't say mention me, this and me, no talking back. I won't mention you. I come to lay down on your ass and I did. They gon' want me to snitch in my interview. I'm a father, some niggas, I'm really cool. Don't acknowledge the truth when they ridicule. They don't come out at the dark, cause that's what with the sharks. You ain't got enough.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Thomas to Horford. Boston with 4 to shoot. And the Lakers have the rebound. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. Ball's controlled by Boston. Horford. To Thomas. Probing the defense. Thomas to Horford. There it is, Al Horford. 3 for 6 now. Across the timeline comes James. His guys holding a big lead. Here comes the screen. Down low, Noel. Big finish at the rim.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Thomas. Nothing going here on that drive. Noel with the rebound. LeBron into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Calls out a... Driving right to the basket. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Boston with the basketball. Collison. To Hayward. Sizing up the defense. Hayward with a shot, no good. And he finishes at the rim.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Hayward. To Collison. Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Celtics. It down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Collison to Hayward. Collison goes reverse to lay it in.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty. But this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
JaVale McGee at the line for a chance at a three-point play. History not on his side. 58% from the line. Whoops. That won't go. To Marcus Smart. And scores.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Stuffs it down with authority.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
To Hayward. Here comes the screen. Hayward. JaVale McGee with a piece.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Los Angeles, they have it. To James. 4-3. Rebound Horford. Probing the defense. To Collison. Hayward. And stuffs it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. LeBron James. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Screen coming. To Horford. Hayward. Goes to the right side. Hayward. They need something to go down. It's no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a deep.
Flushes down the slam. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Darren Collison, consistent effort. He's at 50%.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
To James. Deep right corner. Navigating through traffic. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Horford to to Marcus Smart. Nice pass to set things up.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, gain 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Easy pass to the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the past. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
To Marcus Smart.
Big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter.
Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the past. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And that's rebounded by the Lakers. To James. It goes down.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Has a chance. That ends the third quarter. So far, it's been all Lakers. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter, and it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting five has certainly earned the fourth quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
JaVale McGee snatching it out of the air.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
James fires the three. It's Boston with the rebound. To Jaylen Brown. Lets it fly from long range. Won't go down. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Thomas with the basketball. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. Lakers have it.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Knocked loose. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. To Thomas, over to the right side. Going to launch, beyond the arc. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Get a pass. Stolen by Boston.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Aaron Baines powers it through.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Los Angeles has the basketball.
There you go. Watch him. I got you. Look, right here. Right here.
To Wade. Fires the three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Marcus Smart. And the Lakers able to grab the rebound. To the rim. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in your stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Dwayne Wade, not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
This is like a boxing match. If you fight against a great boxer, if he keeps jabbing you at the face, eventually that body will open up. You keep giving up layups like that, boom, a body blow is on the way.
Oh, they called a foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. If you blow on me, that's a foul.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. That is great vision to set it up. Dwayne Wade tips it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
To Jaylen Brown. Tatum. Off the mark. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. To Horford.
That's why I was chosen. Rocking like asphalt. It's the cash flow.
Reset here. Let's see what they do. And the Lakers with the rebound. To Wade for 3. Like the confidence, but a tough shot for Dwayne Wade. To Jaylen Brown.
Tell me, baby, it's real. And I say I ain't doubt you for a second. I squeeze it and I can tell.
Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
She bad, so maybe she won't. But shit, then again, maybe
To
she
Wade.
will. Yeah, do it for the realest niggas in the
Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
Do it for the realest niggas in the fucking game right now.
Hayward.
She will. Maybe for the money and the power and the fame
Lakers
right
in the
now.
controls right now. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
To Hayward. Had a good look there, but it's no good. And the basket. be good at the rim.
I don't know if it's too many games in a row, not enough rest time, but it looks like the defense is stuck in the mud. Heavy legs never equals great defense.
Not loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
And look out. Big finish at the ring. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston. They're down big in this fourth quarter. And a chance here to empty their bench. New blood coming in for both sides. To Jaylen Brown. Not loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Lakers ball. And he's fouled. He's gone to the line for two.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
First one goes down. 2 for 2 on that trip. Thomas into the front court. His guys down big. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Lays it up and in. That misses with a second to go. The Lakers get the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For my partner, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This is the O's, and they like the way I do shit. I'm the realest nigga rapping.
The Lakers could not have been more dominant in this game. You ask me, and I'll tell you, the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win a football. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jaylen Brown. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
I couldn't get right in the driver's seat. How about a switch? We gon' fuck in the page. Hey, you know I don't drop when I drop. Everything that I drop is a classic. I'm classic. And she make that dick disappear like it's magic. My bitch, she do magic. She magic. She gave me hot on my dick on a Saturday. Had to hold on, she a Saturday. Put that bitch on the plate, jumping her like a lake. Paddle. I'm trying to dick stroke. Yeah, hard to hold on, I can't handle. Yeah. Put out a bus on the belly. Throw up the west like a vest. I get it around like a pop. I'ma act like a thought if you let me. Hey, who you in, nigga? I'm like the Tupac of the new shit. 100,000 hoes, and they like the way I do shit. I'm the realest nigga rapping, and my bitch like Jada Pickett. I'm the fresh prince of my city. Shout out Will, no point intended. Hey, who you in, nigga? I'm like the Tupac of the new shit. 100,000 hoes, and they like the way I do shit. I'm the realest nigga rapping, and my bitch like Jada Pickett. I'm the fresh prince of my city. Shout out Will, no point intended. Hey, who you is, nigga?
This is what you call a flip. 10 keys from a car to brick. Bentley from his mama with K.O.D. hard as shit. This is what you call a flip. 10 keys from a car to brick. Bentley from his mama with K.O.D. he hard as shit. This is what you call a flip. 10 keys from a car to brick. Bentley from his mama with K.O.D. he hard as shit. This is what you call a flip. 10 keys from a car to brick. Bentley from his mama with K.O.D. he hard as shit. Wow. Niggas been cramping my style. Blowing my high, they wanna reply. The number one question is how? How does it feel now that you home? How much you worth? How big is your home? How come you won't get a few features? I think you should. How about I don't? How about you just get the fuck on my dick? How about you listen and never forget? Only go say this one time, then I'll dip. Niggas ain't worthy to be on my shit. Haven't you heard I'm as cold as a tip? Tip of the ice where they shit the Titanic. Don't just go around and my shit is gigantic. It's big as the fucking Atlantic. I'm lit.
Professor Live.
What's up, everybody? Professor Live. Today we're going to be checking out the one. This is serious attack mode. Several.
10 keys from a car to brick. Bentley from him, mama with K.O.D. He hard as shit. This is what you call a flip. 10 keys from a car to brick. Bentley from him, mama with K.O.D. He hard as shit. This is what you call a flip. 10 keys from a car to brick. Bentley from him, mama with K.O.D. He hard as shit. I grew up on the cure of love. Mama, I got my first shoot of blood. I'm hanging out and they shoot up the club. My homie got pharmaceutical plug. I smoke the drug and they run through my veins. I think it's working, it's numbing the pain. Don't give a fuck and someone to save. Don't give a fuck and someone to save. Practice shit daily. So much activists, activists that they should pay me. If practice made perfect, don't practice his baby. If practice made perfect, don't practice his baby. Platinum is riding in back like Miss Daisy. Platinum this and I own message, bitch play me. Y'all nigga trapping so let's go Daisy. My nigga sell crack like it's back in the 80s. No, young nigga, he acting so crazy. He serve a few passes, he jack a Mercedes. He shoot at the police, he clapping old ladies. He don't give a fuck if them crackers don't hang him. Bitches be asking what have you done lately. I stacked a few years like my last name was shady. My life is too crazy, no act to go play me. My life is too crazy, no act to go play me.
We come to you from the Thunder-controlled attack. Westbrook to George. Here comes the screen. George down to Adams. Steven Adams with the slam.
Oh, that's a great way to make an opening statement. It's about the team that's able to punch the other team in the mouth first. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the road team.
And he scores. Jay, he may have taken a big step that time, but they'll count the bucket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's Russ at the controls. To Paul George. Sizing up the defense. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.